Hey guys, Joe Smith here. Joe Smith wants to discuss a few things. Some of you might not be interested in discussing them, or that's okay. That's your freedom. That's your right. Um, you don't have to listen. So this ain't going to be a typical Joe Smith funny video or tool video or whatever. Just we're going to talk a little bit about this racism issue in America and stuff like that. So um, feel free to go ahead and shut it off right now. If you don't want to listen further, that's fine. Joe Smith won't hate you or not like you or not care about you or nothing like that just because you didn't want to listen to this little rant or whatever. But yeah, Prairie Moon there tonight. Hopefully the rest of you guys are seeing it too. But here's the issue we got going on in America. It's called racism. A lot of people don't quite understand who the real racists are. And here's what Joe Smith's talking about. From 1976 to was like 2005, 94% of black people killed in America were killed by other black people. In 2018 statistics Joe Smith found on the Google earlier, and said of all the black people killed in America in 2018, 88% were killed by other blacks. And now this is just America. We'll save the number of blacks being killed by other blacks in Africa for another episode. But Joe Smith's seen some people in this African country talking that y'all in America need to stop killing blacks. Yeah, y'all black people in America need to stop killing blacks. And y'all there in Africa need to too. In fact, there's probably a black person killed by another black person almost daily. But how many have you heard of? How many do you remember? How many of their names do you remember? Let's go ask some protesters if they remember the names of any other black people killed in America in the past, so far this year in 2020 alone. How many names they suppose they know? In fact, here's something that happened back in March. I forget what city it was. Joe Smith will post the link in the description to the video. It happened broad daylight, middle of the afternoon, on a security camera. A 15-year-old black girl was attacked, knocked to the ground, and kicked repeatedly by a mob of 15 men. Like over a dozen, like 15 men ganged up and beat this girl just to steal this 15-year-old child, 15-year-old little black girl, just to steal the Nike shoes off her feet. They beat her unconscious, thought she was dead, left her for dead, stole the Nike shoes off her unconscious body, and left. What did the bystanders do? Well, they all jumped in and kicked too. Everyone that was there was kicking her, this girl. You remember hearing about that? It happened just 3 months ago. Surely you heard a story about 15 white men kicking a 15-year-old black girl to almost to death just to steal the Nike shoes off of her almost lifeless body. But you know why you didn't hear about it? Because it wasn't 15 white men. It's 15 black men. 15 black men ganged up and tried to kill a 15-year-old girl, a 15-year-old child. Cute little adorable black girl, probably. Her face and all that was blurred out, blacked out or whatever in the video. So, but someone's daughter, someone's sister maybe, someone's child. How many people know her name? When was a protest for that? Who demanded justice for those 15 black men that tried and killed a child, that ganged up together to try and kill a child? When was that protest? Anyone remember when it was? There wasn't. See, that's the thing. 88% of blacks killed in America every year, roughly, are killed by other blacks. The number of blacks killed by white cops is probably 1% or less than 1%. But it's only when a white person kills a black, the left goes out and protests. See, that's racist. That's racism right there. They only protest when a black is killed by a white cop. They don't give a crap about any black lives killed by other black people. And that's the true racism there. David Dorn, St. Louis, 77 years old, a grandpa, someone's granddaddy, someone's daddy, someone's son. Maybe his daddy was still alive. Maybe someone's brother or uncle or nephew. Lots of people probably relate to him. He was a retired police captain, off duty, not in uniform, nothing like that, helping a friend guard his pawn shop, possibly even unarmed, shot by one of the rioters or protesters or whatever you want to call them, looters. Shooter was black, out protesting the shooting of or the death of a black man. Cops didn't shoot them. It was asphyxiation or whatever, but y'all went out and protested the killing of a black man by killing a black man. That makes a lot of sense. So, when's marches across the country for David Dorn to remember him and honor him, who served the community, who made the community a better place, that probably kicked out and fired some bad cops, or new better cops or gooder cops. Probably helped a lot of young black men become police officers and better citizens and better men. He taught people how to do the right thing. Kids and people looked up to him. He was someone's granddaddy. All for a TV, cuz. All for a TV, cuz. They shot him all for a TV, cuz. David Dorn lost his life all for a TV. By someone that claimed they were honoring the death of a black man. Now, Joe Smith's not saying that the cops are innocent or not guilty or whatever. And from what Joe Smith's seen, didn't watch all the video or whatever, but yeah, it looks like they were wrong. They're negligent. Was it premeditated? Probably not. Did they go out that morning and say, let's find a black man and kill him? Probably not. Did they go out and say, let's find someone and kill him? Probably not. Did they think he was going to die from them being on him? Probably not. It was really bad actions of them, carelessness, negligence. Yes, they should be tried. not sure exactly what they all should be tried with. Again, not not a legal person here. Wasn't there, all that, but it sounds like the district attorney, the authorities, mayor, governor, whatever, it sounds like they're dropping some pretty heavy charges on those 4 officers. So yeah, they should have been fired. They should be charged. Joe Smith agrees with that. Yes, it was a very tragic event that happened. But at the same time, all this rioting and looting is just showing why the police are a little bit rougher towards the black people in the first place. And the sad thing is, a bunch of these looters and rioters aren't even black. But, the one thing that Joe Smith is tired about, racism. Again, racism. Well, here's how you get rid of racism. You don't have races. We're all one race. We're all the human race. We're all the human race born in USA or Canada or Mexico. We're human race born in Asia, in Japan and China. We're human race born in Africa or Brazil or Argentina or Iceland or Europe or Russia. We're all the human race. We're all one race. We're all one color inside. Who cares if some of us have different skin tones? There's like 100 different skin tones or something in the world. Crayola just came out with a new crayon pack of skin tone colors, which is pretty cool. But it's like we all have different hair color. We have different eye color. We don't treat people differently because they have different hair color or different eye color or wear a different color shirt. So who cares if their skin tone is a little bit different shade? Darker or lighter, greener or purpler or pink, whatever. We're all the same color inside. We're all human beings. We're all one race. So let's eliminate races. Now on, those of you that are still listening, when you have some sort of application or paperwork to do and ask for your race, cross them all off and write in human. Write in human race. Don't select Caucasian, don't select black or Hispanic or whatever. Don't even select mix or other, whatever. Just write in human race and put an X in front of it and cross the rest off and make a note that there's only one race in the world. And if someone questions you about it, has a problem with it, tell them to go F themselves. Tell them Joe Smith told you to tell them to go F themselves for having a problem that there's only one race. So, from now on, can we all be brothers and sisters, and all need to stop killing everyone, or all the killing needs to stop. Don't care what color your hair, eyes, skin is. The killing's got to stop. And a lot of it's over drugs and theft and stupid crap. It's got to stop. Parents need to teach your kids better. Parents need to whoop up on their kids a little bit, teach them better. Schools need to do something better. Don't wait for the government. In fact, don't even bother waiting for public schools. If you got kids, you teach them better. That's a job you sign up for when you apply to be a parent. Teach your kids better. Teach them you don't go out and smash other people's windows and steal crap from them. Teach them that we're all one race, the human race. That all lives matter. And tell them when someone's murdered by someone else, regardless of who they're murdered by or what the person murdered was look like, we all need to protest everyone's murder. We all need to go to city council meetings or pressure the politicians, pressure the mayors, the governors, the police, district attorneys, whoever. Pressure them all to be tougher on murderers. That all lives matter. Every time there's a murder in your town, everyone needs to get together around your city hall, your police station, and demand tougher justice for the perpetrator. Because all lives matter, because we're all one race. It's been Joe Smith, signing out.